Hello everybody, how good of you to join. Welcome back to Anno 1800, watching the airship as it is coming into ground falls and docking at our latest, well, addition to the city. Now we are back here with our next export and import contract, so we have finished in the last episode and we do need to wait now another 12 minutes, and as we can see, yeah, we are at our depot limit there once again. Also the loading speed bonus is at 150%, though I still don't quite understand these systems so much because I still don't really notice a big change with my ships. Oh, actually now there was something. This was really quick. Alright, so perhaps there is a change here now, as we can see. Perhaps this ship here is a bit longer in the harbor. I think this one is longer in the harbor than the other ones. Yep. So there is that. Now, I think it's a bit of a mixture there. Now, let's just get back here to my scholar. As we can see, once again, it is lacking a bit of electricity. Reason for that is that we are lacking gas, right? We do have 3 of these gas-fired power plants now, and all of them consume some electricity. And we are very close to getting now the rum production in the old world, but we do need more electricity. And this is exactly what I've prepared in the last episode in the Arctic, where we have this plateau up here now. And I think another thing that I would like to do here is, can we unload a bit more here perhaps? Perhaps I will still need to upgrade, or we just start building. One thing that I will need to do here now is I will need to change or modify the trade route that we have. And yes, here we can do something in the trade route menu itself. We might create a new trade route only for Arctic goods. So I really like this new system. Let's just see where we have the airships. So there is one airship route here that is transporting the gold and the gas, and we can create now a new trade route all the way down here. I'm going to rename this one to Arctic. So now I know, okay, this is Arctic trade routes, and it's mostly airships. So we do have still another airship that is transporting the basic resources, this one here, to the plateau. So this one here, we can now move to the Arctic there as well, and I can always find it so quickly now. And let's just get into this trade route here. We are loading coal, pemmican, oil lamps, and schnapps in Skuld, and we are unloading it in Alpine. Now I'm going to add Spitzberg to the whole thing, and we're also going to unload those resources here if there is enough resources left. And as we can see, or as we have seen, this one is capped already almost all the time. So now we are getting those resources in, and once we have them, well, then we can finally build the plateau. Nipper2. Hello there. Nipper2 is our latest addition to the airships. Let's also put some timber on it, some steel beams, and by the way, do we have windows? Yes, we have. Very good. Let's take all of that to this plateau here to upgrade the trading post once more, and then I can start building. I'm not building them yet because we're still lacking the basic resources those guys need, right? And what? Miss Hunt purchased. Oh, look at that. So I thought there was a bug with one of my mods. Miss Hunt is still in the menu, and it seems she is actually still in the game. Isn't that insane? Boom. Let's just take the greedy gannet there. I think there's an island in here where she... Yeah, I think she's actually hidden here. This is insane. I totally did not expect this one now. Okay, I thought it was the military mod that bugged out and thus left the opponent in the diplomacy menu, but no, Quietus. Yeah, she's attacking, of course, right away. She's actually still here. I don't believe this. Alrighty, we do have some action ahead of us. We still have a couple of warships. Do we have them here? Oh, we don't really have a lot of warships here. Alrighty, no problem. We do have a lot of warships in the old world. There we have them. You remember our major fleet, and let's move a few of them. Now this is a surprise though, right? Let's move those guys here to the new world. We still have to take an opponent out. That is incredible. Fine. Off they go, and that's that. Meanwhile, we do have a bit of a traffic jam up here now in Spitzberg. I just love that name. And we are going to upgrade now the trading poster to the last ladder. Very good. We should be able to unload a bit more now. Fantastic. So there we still have a bit. And now there is also the ship with the... Oh yeah, it has unloaded everything. So we should now be seeing pemmican, oil lamps, and schnapps in here. Very good. Let's get cracking on the upgrading. The heater first. The heater is going now to get the coal, and then we're also going to have the basic buildings here in the center. So the postal office, the hunting lodge, and the canteen. And I still would like to wait there, and boy, it is cold out here. But it is looking fantastic, isn't it? Alrighty, and the coal is coming in now. Finally, and we will be having some heat now. Perfect. And I can just, upgrade all of them at once. And there we have now Spitzberg with another... Oh, look at that! Alright, another huge surprise. Full of surprises. This episode is the opponents can actually settle on the plateaus. Okay, after 400 hours of this game, I just noticed that opponents can settle on the plateaus. It took some time for him. Now, I think it's past 30 hours that we've playing this playthrough once we have discovered the Arctic, so 30 hours into the Arctic, and he's starting now to settle on the plateau. Alright, what else is in store for us? I have no idea. I just know that the explorers are in now, and as we can see, they also get their first resources coming in then soon. I will need to expand, though we have another gas mine or gas deposit here, gas field here. So once again, I'm going to have my heater set up like that, so it is then close to the trading post. And once again, we will also want to have a canteen. Let's have this one rather here in the center, and definitely a ranger station as well. Right, and around that we are going to add now a couple of these people here. Oh yeah, let's make it like that. We should be having a street here where the heat can go around, right? Otherwise the distance would be too great. So we should keep it like that, and perhaps another block here. I like this depot, I gotta say that. Plateau. I like this plateau a lot. It has a lot of space and some juicy gas deposits there as well. Let's build all of that. We have the materials after all, and the whole block here too. Now I can unload Nipper 2. I can unload this one, and Nipper 2 is going to be the whole new trade route for us now. Let's put this one into action. First of all, there we have Nipper 2, and he's going to start in Skuld. He's going to Alpine and then to Spitzberg, and in Skuld he's going to load, well, guess what, the sleeping bags, the parkas, and he still has 2 slots available. I would suggest that we go with construction materials, so some timber and some steel beams, and we're going to unload all of that in those regions. Right, off you go. And he is, oh sorry for that, I think I made a mistake here. There he is, and move him to the Arctic group there as well. Righto, new camp we have now here as well, and those 2 trade routes are now, you know, supporting or, well, supplying the plateaus. This one here with the basics, and this one here with construction materials and 2 advanced products for heating. On off they go. We still have some resources, quite a lot of them. So what we can also do is, well, actually not much. We have to wait now for those guys here to be fully developed so we can upgrade them to the next level. Let's just see that we do have, yep, this one has enough heating. This one can go all the way here. Let's just use all the heating as much as possible. This one will not receive any heating anymore. Very good, let's build all of them, and here we leave a bit of space for the next gas mine that we can have then like so. Of course, what it still needs is also a warehouse then here, so I'm going to blueprint that for now, and the same thing goes for this area here, this one. Right, and this one is actually close to the trading post. We already have the gas mine, very good. This one is still something, and look at that. I think we should be able, yes, perfect, to use the heating system that is already in place here, and also another warehouse then. And perhaps we can even squeeze in another tent, very good, where those people can also live. We might actually finish this whole area, and why not? Those people certainly want to live here, right? It's going down there, I gotta say that. I certainly wouldn't want to live on these tents there, but I guess there are some people who would. And, well, other than that, I certainly wouldn't want to live on this plateau here. Even though for visiting purposes, perhaps. And gosh, I could just watch these airships going back and forth onto these plateaus all day. Over there we see the other airships, the other one that is just unloading goods. Now this is just looking really cool. So they're just in this triangle here and, you know, going back and forth. This one also has unloaded now the parkas that we wanted here, the parkas and the sleeping bags, and look at that. We are no longer chilly here, but we are now comfortable, and hopefully there's less sickness now. Alrighty, while this is still working, let's get back to Crown Falls. We should not forget about, well, Captain Tobias first. So he's here again, I think, and we just might have completed, yes, some more export and import contracts. Thank you for telling me. And let's just have a look. We have unlocked now the glasses. Very good. We still are not up here in the rank 3. Very close though with the soap and with the champagne. 200 tons are missing now. Cigars, another 1,500 tons. And the fish, let's get rid of the fish. Perhaps we want to have something instead of it. Now we have unlocked a couple of more goods. Coffee is not that full, so coffee, we might actually do something about it. Since sausage is full all the time, we might trade some soap for coffee. What? Okay, this is harsh. This is really harsh here. This is not something I can do. I could switch those guys here, right? I could say take the cigars. I have plenty of them, and this is looking more like it. And we take the... Oh, we also have gramophones, that's right. We might trade them. And sewing machines, we have a lot of them. This should be actually pretty close. For the fur coats, soap, that is fine. And the plantains that we are still moving in for... Ah, and you know what? We are pretty low on the pocket watches. There we have them. I think I might actually like to take them instead of the fur coats. Right, we have the pocket watches. We're using sewing machines for that. Chocolate, we should have plenty of. Using the cigars for that. Cigars for coffee and chocolate, very good. And the champagne, I might be using on the pocket watches. So this is looking good here. And we can use those materials then. Plantains, I don't need anymore. I might actually put something else in there. Yep, I should still use some of that sausage because we still have more things to unlock if we trade or import sausages, right? And I want to unlock these things. So we're using champagne for that and as our good. So we have the soap, the cigars, the sewing machines, and those goods we produce plenty of. And in that case, I hope that we can, well, kind of like put one of them into the next rank there soon. He is trading at the moment, so I think he is outbound then soon. There he is at the moment in the Harbour area. And then he's going away again. Oh, there's so much to do. There is still one more thing or another thing that I want to show you before we continue with anything else. And that is a new layout that we have available now with all the additions of the streets going into the ocean. Right, we have the saltpeter works here, as we can see. And what I can do is, that is pretty cool, I can put the street out there. And then I could, for example, take the fishermen and attach them to these streets as long as I have enough harbor area. So let's do this. Now, boom, there we have them. So there we have the saltpeter works. The only thing that we do need, of course, is one of these warehouses rather close to them, like here right in front of it. So they can be delivered then to that, and another warehouse over here. But other than that, we are now using 9 of the saltpeter works in this small harbor area here because we have connected them with those streets. This is just beautiful. And let's upgrade those here, those 6. I don't think we had more than 6, so I'm not going to upgrade them right away, but it's just, you know, what is possible right now. We can also overlap these harbor areas, so those here are, for example, overlapping, and that is still working out. So I guess there's going to be quite a traffic jam here in the center, but yep, it's working. And those carts will then just deliver those goods then to this area there. Oh, and the warehouse still requires some road connection though before it can work. And a bit later, also the first carts are getting outbound there to our warehouse. Of course, let's upgrade the warehouse because there's going to be quite a lot of traffic to it, as we can see. Amazing. So we have even more harbor space now available around it here as well, especially, and we can use this. And I'm definitely going to implement this new layout then into the whole other areas then as well. Perfect. Very good. Let's just check once again, what else do we need? Right, we have finished the next major discovery, and that is the old world rum production. We finally have this one. Let's collect it. Nothing else is happening for now, but we do now have some new productions down here. From coal and potatoes, we can make, well, rum. That must be a very tasty rum, I guess. Let's just see what else we can do now here. I do still have quite a few research breakthroughs open. So the old world cotton production, the rum, we have this now, so I don't need this one anymore. Coffee might be a possibility, even though with the importing it's not that important. And yes, I would like to go with moving another clay deposit, right? So once we have electricity, this should be better. And yes, thinking about that, let's get back to the Arctic real quick, because I really want to continue there with my explorers. They should now want to upgrade, and they want to upgrade. Very good. Let's upgrade this first block here. And there we got them in this area. We have around 300. One of these gas mines here requires 250, so we can already get the first one going. I will need a couple more timber. So from King William Island, I'm getting me some more timber. And I think something else happened. My fleet has arrived in the New World. There we have them, right? Let's take my ships and let's move towards Miss Hunt. Oh, she's actually got more cannons than I thought. This one is easy. This one is not so easy anymore. Do I not have enough ships now? Don't forget, those ship or those harbor cannons have been upgraded. So I don't know. Now let's make sure. I don't want to lose too many ships there. Let's take those ships here as well to the New World. And to Quilming. Off they go. I don't want to risk anything here. And oh, we also have quite a lot of battleships. I could take those, but I'm not. Right, so those battleships are waiting here for something else than to do right now. But we want to take out Miss Hunt and probably introduce a new AI opponent then to the game. What we can do with the mods. Now, that is working. I really want to go with the Arctic there. And more timber it is. We can now upgrade even more, and that we should be doing. So 250. I want to have at least 500 technicians for now. And this whole block we should also be able to upgrade. And whoop-de-doo, there is actually one that doesn't have any heating. No problem. And as we can see, yeah, we're pretty even there now. This block here perhaps, and that's it. And we have lots of additional explorers if we want to go for more gas mines then. Let's start with the first one here, rather close. It's going to have these gas pumps, 3 of them. And let's just see that we can build it. There we have them. The next major gas production up and running. And also here with more gas pumps. Actually, we can have 4 here. Perfect. This is a lot of gas production now. And those guys are now also starting to work. Oh, it's cold out there. Very cold, but it's so worth it getting that gas to Crown Falls, because we don't have to need to build that many tracks anymore for the trains delivering the oil. Now, one more thing that I still need to do here is having a look at my trade routes. We have this trade route up here with the gas and the gold, and this one here does need Spitzberg now as an additional stop. So it's going from... Yep, I think this is looking good. So it's starting here in Alpine, going to Spitzberg, then to Skjold, then King William Island, and then outbound again. And once it comes in, it goes straight up there to Alpine. Now here in Spitzberg, we're going to load even more gas, whatever is possible really. And there it is. And there it is as well, right? So 2 of those slots. We only have 4 slots available, so that should be fine. Hopefully we're not really delivering that much gas at the moment. It's, I think, of 40 tons every time, because the airships are so fast that, you know, there's not a lot of products stacking up in a port before we need it again. Now, let's just see. I still have lots of explorers. Perhaps we just try to go for the right amount of technicians. Those guys here. Right, and we have 250 again. So we actually have everything for the next gas pump. I just need a couple of more timber. So this is what I'm getting over there. Righto, but a lot more gas is coming into Crown Falls now, where we are again. Now let's have a look at the harbor area. This one is looking ugly as hell. I know. We're going to change this anyway at some point now then. One more thing that I can add here though is still what I would like to have is the export office. So we can have a couple of these. And let's just add the next one here, right? So it's adding up to it. There we have another module now coming out. So it's kind of like going then into the area over there, and we can do the same thing here as well, right? So that we have that. In fact, we might actually connect it here right away. Then this looks, I think this will look better. Plus this ugly area is not that big then anymore. The huge area in front of it. So it's like this, right? And then we can build it. Fantastic. And the same thing we can do then over here as well, where we get rid of all of that cement right in front of it. Of course, the plaza in front of it is still necessary, and we're going to get some more ornaments to it, and the train, and perhaps also the bus then once we have the tourism there. but it is growing, and with that we do have another contract available now that we can use. So we still have a lot of goods, especially, oh yeah, beer we have a lot of. And down here I think I saw something that might be worth our while. That is the gramophone. We have a lot of that, but I don't think we produce it in high quantities. Swing machines. Let's go with beer. We are actually producing a lot of beer, and I do want to get my balance up there. Look at that. So the next ore resources. Coffee importing. Yep, coffee importing. We do need to import more coffee. Let's get with another 1,000 there. So that's 400 coffee, right? I want to unlock these things here as well. That's that. When's the next trader arriving anyway? In about 8 minutes, and then we'll upgrade a lot of these goods and get some more modules to enlarge in our harbor area. We are so far from finished here. Gas is coming in now, very good. So it's all about the rum production in the old world. Stay tuned.